Welcome to Tatooine Math. Yep, Tatooine Math, based off of the Star Wars planet. Tatooine Math is a crafty little Android game that engages space and star-crazy youngsters into math skill development. We decided to run this app on the powerful Motorola Droid 2, boasting a 1 GHz processor, a 3.7-inch 854 by 480 pixel screen, and of course, it runs Google's famous Android operating system, version 2.2 Froyo. Alright, so let's unlock this phone up here. And I was actually really impressed by the performance on the Motorola Droid. I've tested out several Android phones, and this was actually the first 1 GHz processor one that I tested out, and I was amazed. I mean, I've used 550 MHz, 528 MHz, a bunch of different processors that ran a lot slower than this, and this was one of the few that didn't lag at all. And as you can see here, that things just pop up. So let's open up Tatooine Math. So first let's talk a little bit about STEM and how Tatooine Math fits in. Most consider math as the cornerstone of STEM. However, we consider it as a foundation and set out to help kids with the basics. The game would be useful to children of various ages and abilities to work through the program in a fun way. We already know that most kids would rather play a video game than do math. But the good parents always want their kids to excel in math. So this game is a win-win situation. Each game is approximately 30 seconds to 1 minute, so a half an hour of gameplay making a kid really happy would provide the opportunity to solve 30 to 60 problems, which would make a parent really happy. The game is also based in Android, so it provides portability, and it's a good alternative to an expensive computer game. Embracing the holistic spirit of STEM, there is a plan to expand the reach of this game to other aspects, including scientific discovery and the technological and engineering implications of space travel. But including just simple math problems makes the game really simple and enjoyable and addicting, but also has a little bit of learning and education in it. Alright, so let's dive right into how the game actually functions. So when you open up, you see the home screen, which tells you, basically the center tells you what button you have to press to play the game. So when you see the screen, you see a bunch of different things. Well, you see the planet Tatooine, of course, stars, and a quite interesting spaceship. And the spaceship was designed by a friend of mine, and I think it's great. And at the top you see Jedi Council member. Now what that actually means is the difficulty level, and the center is just the instructions on what to do. Now the Jedi Council member, what that really means is if you open up the settings by hitting the button right here, you can see a bunch of different difficulties, what they really mean. It could be Jedi Youngling, Jedi Padawan, Jedi Knight, Jedi Master, or Jedi Council member. And the math problems that you actually do in the game, the difficulty changes according to what you choose. So Council member will have much harder problems than Jedi Youngling, for example. Let's jump into gameplay here. Ooh, I already lost. Whatever. So basically, I paused right here to show you how the game works. You see in a corner a math expression, 9 times 6 equals question mark, and on the bottom are 3 choices. Now we all know that it's 54. It's going to be pretty hard for me to get to 54, but I would have to basically steer the ship over to the 54 landing pad and land properly. Now I'm restricted by, on the top left, I have a fuel gauge. So when I press the space bar, I would move up and it would like launch thrusters, and it would move me towards whichever direction I'm facing. Now see how the yellow thing appeared underneath the ship? And that's a thruster. And what if I wanted to land, then I would push the thruster around to basically slow me down, and then when I could finally land. And hooray! The scoring system in this game works in this way, that it says 1 in a row, as you can see. And in the top right-hand corner, it also says 1 in a row. And for the more times you win, it would add to that. But as soon as you lose, it would restore back to 0, as you can see right there. And there are a bunch of different ways to lose, I guess. One way is if you go down way too fast. Like 6 times 3 is 18, but I went down way too fast. And it's going to say slow down. That means that you crashed because you were going at too high of a speed. Or 14 plus 11 is 25. And if I land at this angle, there's no way I could win either. That's basically how this game works. I wanted to thank you guys all for watching, and I hope you liked the game. And I wanted to give credit to everyone involved in the designing, and hopefully STEM, you'll like it.